All righty, man. Well, hey, we are back from had a great there kind of back to back with Tom and Tracy Hazard, but I am excited for our next speaker, what he's going to share with us about the power. Your title is the power of storytelling, right? Using storytelling with athletes, right, Jacolby?
Yes, sir. Yes. Power storyteller.
You don't have to call me sir. My dad's not around here. You know, I appreciate it. It means you were raised right. But
I'm from Texas.
not around here. Hang on. So you gotta tell people, because we got people all across the country, across the globe, tuning in today. You know, through the next couple of days, the podcast we'll have with us, recorded videos on YouTube. So take a second here, tell people who you are and kind of what your superpower is, Jacob.
Okay, so I would say superpower is about being real and authentic. So about kind of taking a person, kind of making them realize who they are and what they bring to the table to kind of help them. I really believe that everyone has a story that can inspire someone on their journey, right? So I started 9 Point Media kind of out of that kind of notion to kind of help athletes share their journey and help athletes kind of brand kind of share the more humanized, kind of lower that pedestal that the world kind of puts us on and kind of make it so we're all on the same playing field, we all go through the same situations, ups and downs, the goods and bad, anxiety, depression, we're all doing the same situations. So that's that.
Good stuff, man. That's I would totally agree. I've got some buddies that have played in the NFL, played Major League Baseball, and they have a hard time kind of settling into a little bit of a normal life. You know what I mean? Everybody thinks they're up here. Everybody thinks they're making big money. That's not always the case for a majority of the athletes, right? Mm-hmm. So you got a presentation you want to pull up there real fast?
Yes, I can pull that up.
All right. Oh, Georgianne, we'll get to her in just a second. Perfect.
All right, can you see it?
Yep. Just you want to put it in presentation mode. You'll be good to go, my friend.
Let's see.
There we go.
Okay. I call it authentic storytelling. So back me a little bit. So who is Jacolby? I consider myself a dream chaser, storyteller, and entrepreneur. It kind of all embodies who I am in my journey right now. So I'm like a few years out of college, and I kind of realized that everyone wants to be an entrepreneur, but I feel like you kind of go along the journey to become an entrepreneur. You know, it's not something you just become an NBA player. It's a process. Like I feel like I'm kind of in my process, learning about business, learning about how to own a company, how to be a leader, kind of the whole process and whatnot. And then I was a former walk-on student athlete, kind of played a big part of my journey as well. So I was the kid, I just like most kids that had the dream of going D1. I wanted to be the athlete, kind of my big making it moment was going to be playing on myself on NCAA football. That was like how I saw myself, how my journey going. And my senior year of high school, I tore my ACL and the offer didn't come. So when I did that, and I'm walking on my dream college for track and field, my first season, we had our first meet, pulled my hamstring, cut from the team. Oh. And in both situations, I went through this process of anxiety, the depression, the ups and more downs because I didn't know who Jacolby was without being an athlete. Mm-hmm. And there was no outlet for me to really express what I was going through because in mainstream media back then, it was like if an athlete says, I'm depressed, I have anxiety, they get made fun of. So in my mindset, I was like, all right, I gotta be beating myself from this and kind of just go alone in the journey, which led me to start 9 Point Media, 9 Point Magazine, and the whole process because I want to make it so where other athletes know that you're not alone. If you're going through anxiety, some other athletes went through the same thing and it's how they overcame it. Making it so where we know that it's not a lonely like a lone wolf process. So making it we're all community and whatnot. So let's go to authentic storytelling. So why we do it? I think because it humanizes brands and people. Sometimes we think luxury is so far away, but really they're the same person that's going through the same situations. They love eating Taco Bell and on the weekends. It's like you don't have to make people think that they're so on a pedestal that they aren't relatable and we can't just touch them and just share the same stories. And then storytelling also builds connections that last because we all in marketing, we always want to think about the next growth hack, the next algorithm change. We all think about all these things we can do to get more followers, to get, this next little burst. But I feel that when you tell a story, it can last a lifetime. Like a story can really transpire somebody from, when they were 7 years old to think about that same story when they're 25. right? So I just feel that when we use story to kind of share our marketing journey, it can really help us connect the dots that last longer, and then also make connection with your content writing so much easier when you aren't just trying to sell every time. You actually paint a picture for what your product or your brand or your purpose really does, and the solution that it provides. So if there are any questions along the way, you can free to stop me, because I'm a fast talker, so I may just roll through it. So
Hey, man, I will let you know. Trust me, I feel your pain. I've been there, man. I played tore my ACL my junior year in high school. I luckily got a D2 scholarship. My knee was shot. So I know what you're feeling, man. I am feeling this.
yeah, it's just and sometimes you just feel alone, and you want somebody to say, "Hey, I understand what you're going through."
Yeah.
So the purpose of this talk so someone listening, they can understand the value of their story. It doesn't matter if you're an athlete, you're a brand. I feel that everyone has a story that has a purpose, right? You can realize how you can. I have a podcast, and I interview a lot of athletes, and sometimes they think that even the smallest moment, they think that they aren't important. But when you think about it, it really does. It really matters, make a difference to someone else's journey. So, and then what story does your mission tell? What chapters connect that story? And then the kind of strategy that I use for creating content when it comes to the web strategy. And last, be real and connect. So back to the value of your story. Every brand has a story that can inspire someone. So the reason I use every brand, because even if you're an individual, whether you're a personal brand or you're a company, you have a brand that you have an identity that kind of revolves around you and what you do. So your story can inspire somebody, even if it's just one person. That one person can kind of share your message and kind of share it, and then kind of snowball effect that way. So when it comes to what story does your mission tell? So I look at storytelling in the sense of like a book. There's your plot and there's your chapters, right? So I think so when you tell your story, what's like your main mission behind your brand and what you want to do? So for 9 Point, the mission behind you is we want to help innovate the sports culture through being real and authentic about the journey. So when I know that in my mind that I want to innovate the culture, I want to be real and authentic, it guides how I perceive the brand and perceive how we position the words that we use, the content that we create, people that we bring involved in the content. And that just kind of comes down to the basics, kind of basic marketing 101. What words do you want to use to describe your brand? And I think sometimes in marketing, we kind of want to kind of jump to simple things and go to all the growth hacking, all the the hashtagging XYZ, and don't think about what is our brand? What words, if someone sees our brand for the first time, how do we want them to feel? How do we want them to think about when our brand is not on TV, not on Instagram, not on XYZ? How do we want people to feel about what we cultivate and what we create? So, boom. So once you have that plot, it comes down to kind of making those chapters that I kind of fall into your social media content. So when it comes to painting that picture, so once you kind of paint the picture, kind of have every dot connect to what the overall mission is. I consider them micro stories. So a brand that I think really does that really well is another sports brand called Roll Recovery. They're in the sports space. They have like a product that kind of helps with, overall their thing is designed to keep you moving. And that's like their middle piece, right? And each portion, they kind of make stories that align with that. So say you're an athlete that wants to be ready for a track meet. They keep you moving that way by helping you help you like roll out, help you kind of keep your body fresh. Say you're traveling for a work conference and you want to make sure your body isn't tight. You make sure your body is loose for that next meeting. You can roll out with their products. Say you're in a community of other athletes, you can say, hey, use my roller. They kind of bring the community together. So they kind of have those different webs, those people together that kind of help share their story and their mission involved. And I kind of call it it could be called something else by somebody else, but I call it the web strategy. And the web strategy looks like this. So I consider like you have your brand mission in the middle, and then you have stories that go to each part, and it kind of branches out. And no matter what the story is, it all connects down to that one mission that you have. And to kind of give you more example, I use 9 Point, for example. So 9 Point innovate sports culture. So we have the underdog mindset for that athlete that, had it, that's trying to prove everyone wrong, And so say you're battling adversity. Say you're battling, the injury. You're battling the loss of the championship. You're battling a new coach. That adversity, trying to figure out how can I recover from that. And hearing your story, achieving your athletic dreams. Same thing. So how does that one athlete go from being that kid that had a dream of going to be an NFL player? How did he cultivate that dream and from just a dream to making it a reality? What did he do? What process did he take? And then life after sports, a lot of athletes that I'm meeting through the podcast and the magazine and stuff, a lot of them are kind of in that limbo, like, all right, I'm done playing. What's next for me? What is the next part of my journey? So it's almost like with 9 Point, we're kind of sharing that same part to say, hey, now this is how we all funnel together and kind of help share our journey through every process of say, it doesn't matter if you're, each content has a piece that connects to somebody in their journey along the way.
You ever find that the players that you're interviewing are looking for that next team? That being an athlete, you get to enjoy the camaraderie of a team. Your highs, lows. You always got somebody there to kind of hold you accountable, pick you up. And when you leave a sport, whether it's retiring or injury, you're kind of in limbo. They're trying to figure out or try to find the next team. You hear that a lot from the guys?
Yes, a lot of people that I've interviewed, they're all kind of work toward either being speakers or work toward kind of hosting camps and clinics. And because they realize that they don't want to leave the game, they don't want to leave the environment. They don't want to leave that feeling of being around that team, like you're saying. So now they're trying to give back to the youth athletes, kind of help them, achieve their dream too. So I kind of feel like it's almost like a revolving door, like a circle. We kind of just like give back to what helped you get started. It's almost like being a coach. Mm-hmm. That coach was almost probably an athlete before and realized he wanted to help other athletes achieve what he achieved.
Right. It's that rush of being a great player and having your teammates proud of you, but you're looking for that rush so that then you get it again by helping other people succeed, overcoming the obstacles, coaching them through trials, tribulations, injuries, or other things. You know what I mean?
And going on that too, it's almost like that accountability.
Yeah.
Like that team saying, hey, I need you to have that content for me, that motivation to kind of help me keep going. So it kind of makes them kind of have that teammate that's saying, hey, I need you to bring what you bring to the table to help me type deal.
Yep. Awesome.
So it kind of give you an example of kind of how I do it with 9 Point on our Instagram, right? So we kind of have those pillars that I was telling you about, the chapters. So say you're an underdog, all underdogs need an opportunity. Say we want to talk about, mentors, have a little kind of fun, like grid graphics, say like comment below the mentors you want to have. And just like, and it kind of makes these athletes that are kind of younger kind of think, who would I want to learn from? Who would I want to learn from? LeBron James for a day, Kobe Bryant, Tim Grover. Made them kind of think about the big picture. That kind of for myself as an athlete growing up, it was hard. Like I always thought that I do it myself. So for brand, if you can tell your story, kind of realize what do you want people to feel? You want people to feel the emotion. I feel like ethos is really what sells a story. And when we can sell a story through the passion and emotion that we're trying to make people feel through our brand, it can transcend and kind of help move the mountains that a growth hack can't really do. Because if you can put a hashtag and say hashtag, Friday fun. That doesn't really tell your story that well. It just kind of gets you new followers that are doing hashtag following, So the last part is kind of be real and connected. So understand the emotions and the struggles of your audience and what they want to feel, and let down your walls and show them you're cracking your armors. So, and it kind of all connects because I believe when brands are able to understand the pains that their customers are going through, they can kind of find a way to position themselves as a solution. So, for example, say there's Crest toothpaste. There's Crest regular toothpaste and there's Crest whitening toothpaste. And say Crest can tell a story through whitening toothpaste and say, hey, we have Sally over here who's who has, a perfect smile, but her teeth are a little bit yellow. So because of that, she's not afraid to. Because of that, she's afraid to smile and be out in public because she won't anyone to judge her teeth. If you can tell that story and show how Crest whitening toothpaste can be that solution to help her smile more, be more confident. Say Joe watches that commercial on Instagram, that IGTV, little spot. He's like, I want to be like Sally. I want to be confident in my smile. I want to be able to go out in public like that. So we kind of understand the emotions and tell a story, and just tell the story that resonates to your audience, and then let down the wall and cracks in armor. So being vulnerable and authentic is tough. And because who wants to really be seen as weak, and who wants to be seen as someone that's not be seen as inferior. But I realized through sports is that our stories can help that kid that's going through that same situation. And a perfect example of that is Lauren Chamberlain, and she's just in the body issue for SI, right? And she's an athlete that softball player, powerful hitter, so she isn't going to be, the size 0 athlete, with the six-pack ab and all that type of stuff like that. We think in our mind to be an athlete. But because she was able to be real and kind of let down that wall and trying to show that, hey, to other athletes that I go through the same issues you go to. I have these problems when it comes to X, Y, Z. And because she did that, it's right at the picture from her Instagram story when she had, and she said, and she had a kid message her and say, this really helped me see that my size doesn't matter as long as you're happy. I play softball and it does help. I've always helped. I have always put a label on myself as a girl who needs to lose weight, but I'm starting to see that maybe I should be thankful for what I have, and instead of thinking that I need to lose weight every day. It's been struggle all my life, and now through this authentic story that Lauren has told through being real about her body, she's able to position herself and her brand to connect with other people going through that same journey, and say that's the brand that has something that has a product that can relate to the same ethos. We're able to help engage and help create conversations about body images and kind of create conversations about anxiety and acceptance, and just kind of help build a community that we all crave. We all want to be a part of something, and allow us, by telling our story, allow people to kind of come into our world and be a part of what we're growing or what we're trying to sell and what mission we're having involved. And let's see. So my favorite quote is, whoever tells the best story shapes the culture, by Edwin McManus. And I think we just got to tell more stories. Right now social media becomes so I want to show the best side of my world instead of showing the real side of my world. And when we only show the good side, it makes us become so morphed to, if I go through X, Y, Z, it can't be right. And I think if brands are able to find these micro influencers that kind of represent their products and represent what the solution they involve and show the real pain behind the solution that they bring, they can build more connection and build more of a brand loyalty that can transcend past all the algorithm changes, past all the growth hacks, past all the fluff that we actually like to do in the marketing world. And that's it. Takeaways. So the value of your story, what mission do you want to tell, create micro story, the web strategy to kind of use to create my content and be real and authentic. Let's see. Yeah.
Hang on. There we go. Oh.
Hang on.
Just mute me there. Maybe you can't mute me. Hang on. I'll just
Unmute.
All right, there we go. That was good stuff, Jacolby.
Thank you.
I mean, that's the beautiful thing is I think that's not just what you outlined was great for athletes, but it's also very relevant for entrepreneurs, people that are doing different things or transitioning, new people to the workforce, people changing a new job, people getting laid off, having to find a new career. Very, very relevant on what you're providing. So that's great stuff there for you. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you.
So, any questions? You guys have any questions for Jacolby? Good stuff? No?
No, I thought it was great.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, anytime, man. And you're gonna send me the presentation you sent over so we can share that as well with all the other people that opted in, stuff like that.
Definitely, yes. I'll share it away.
Well, good, but hey, I look forward to listening to your podcast. I'm gonna log into and start downloading some episodes. I want to hear some of these interesting stories you've been able to unearth with some of these players out there. All righty.
Thank you. You have a good one.
Hey, you too, bud. Thanks so much, man.
Bye.
All right. Let's bring